Okay, guys, this will not take long because there's no news events coming out for this week. And so let's get right into the chart and see if there's some opportunities. Keep in mind, this is probably going to be a slower week because you have New Year's Eve and New Year's Day this week. And so markets may have some movement and then start slowing down the closer it gets to the finish line of the new year. So starting with NZD, AUD, I don't see anything there worth taking a look at. This is interesting here. I don't suggest trying to sell this right off. We can drop down to the 15 minute. And you can see that this looks like it's going to retest and fill this area here. And so it could jump back up and retest this level if it doesn't pop already, which means that if the market's open, I will be looking for buys, but that's only around 10 pips or so. So again, not really worth it. But at this point, the ocean wave will probably be a better option to really understand where this thing is going since it's in the trend and been in a steady trend this whole time. So as you can see right here, ocean wave told you to get into it and you would have been up 58 pips so far. So I would follow ocean wave on this one. It doesn't mean that this is going to be the top. It could retest this top right here and keep on going. So who knows? So personally, me, I wouldn't look to try to resell this. Also right here, as you can see, price action has dipped down and it has not broken all the way through to the main wave here. And it's as soon as it comes into the red waves, it's bouncing right back out of there. So again, I would be a buyer on AUD and CD. I'm sorry, AUD USD, to be honest with you. It was me. All right, let's take a look at there. So that's the first, the 4 hour. Okay, and I know it's stuck at the daily dot, but when I see these type of patterns, I'm leery that it may push a little bit above and then come back down. So just keep an eye on it. I will put it on my watch list, but as soon as the market open, I wouldn't be a person who's trying to sell that thing. Okay, all right, let's keep going. Guys, I see this is what I meant right here. See how it can break through the daily dot and use it as a support and bounce off. So when I see certain shapes, I just say, hey, personally, I think it may be continue to go, especially when you see it in a very strong trend. Okay. And speaking of strong trends, JPY, I think they're going to be doing something with the interest rates. And so the JPY has been dropping like a rock, and therefore every pair that has been going against it has been constantly in an uptrend. And you can see with the daily dots, you could have been playing it in and out, in and out. So CAD, JPY, we'll keep an eye on that one. Same thing with Swiss JPY. It is stuck right here at this level against the daily dot. And so this is a zeroed in kind of perspective. You can see it been respecting the daily dot. So what I would do is look for opportunities for a sale on this one here because it's constantly bumping up against the daily dot level and getting resistance. And so there you are. All right, let's go to CAD Swiss. Nothing much there. EuroCAD. All right, EuroCAD is pulling back down to this support level right here. I would still wait for it to possibly push all the way down to retest this level and then wait for a buy arrow and then try to get it. But either way goes, that can be on your radar for a buy. This is Euro JPY. If this thing come back up and retest this level, whatever, I can put this one on a radar for a sale as well. However, I would wait for a pullback of some sort first before I look to hop into that one. So that would be a good one for you. All right, here, Euro USD. Now, see, this one gave that double top right here. And I'll mark this off so you guys can see it. So here's the line of defense. It tested it, and then it got rejected again and again and again. So that's what I'm saying. When you see strong rejections off a high level, especially against the daily dot, those are the ones you want to take a look at for opportunities. So if this thing pulls back up and retests and gets a small rejection here, I would be looking for sales on Euro USD. All right, so here I don't see anything. That one I don't see much of anything. Now this is creating a higher low, just to be honest with you guys, the Euro NZD. So as you can see here, if I was just to draw a trend line, this is going to give it a support level right here. And you can see from the daily dots that this is creating a higher low. So this thing could pull down here and bounce off and go to the upside. So if so, you want to wait for an arrow off the 15 minute or you can just buy it once it bounces off of here. Okay, like it did here. See, it bounced, got the arrow, took the arrow all the way up from where the arrow CAD told you to, and they netted you about 40 pips or so. Okay, so that's what I would be looking for on that one. This one again, see how it's breaking through. I would wait for a retest all the way here to the bottom before looking for a buy opportunity. So, you know, when the markets first open, they'd like to stay in the trend and continue. So since this is in the downtrend, it could continue down to here. And once it hits down to this level, same level here, which is 74,900 level, somewhere around there, that's why I'll be looking for a simplicity arrow from the scanner to tell me when to get in for a buy. All right. Next one, GCAD, nothing, noisy. Nothing here, noisy. Okay, so again, same thing here. So we draw a trend line. This was where the trend was. Boom, 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 boom. And it broke through the trend line. So therefore, now at this point, I'm not looking for anything other than it to possibly come down to this level here. And if it does, then we're looking for a buy opportunity. Okay. Nothing on that one, nothing on that one. This one is stuck right here at that level, so I would keep an eye out for GJ, the dragon, to see if there is a sell opportunity for that one. Again, the JPY has been manipulated for a while here. On this one here, this would be a great ocean wave trade because it's consolidating sideways. Anytime I see sideways patterns, these are continuations. It consolidates and then continues, okay? So if it's in the heading down, it's bound, and then catch it to the downside. So let's go to the ocean wave and see what it's talking about here. So see how ocean wave is catching that consolidation right here. So I think that personally it could continue to the downside. See how it's chop, 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 chop. It's just going up and down in the range, up and down in this range. It's just ranging right now, which means, but ocean wave is consistently telling you, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it. So I think that this one is going to go down to the downside. Okay, let's keep going. GU, again, as you can see when it hits and it's constantly bumping, bumping, bumping and not going anywhere, this is a sign that this is potentially going to drop, but I will wait for a possible pullback just to get in a little bit better. Put your stop above that level, probably at the 35,440 level, which is where I would put my stop if you get a pullback here, and then go for it. All right, nothing there, nothing there, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Okay, so again, this one has created a double bottom right here, or triple bottom, whatever you want to say. Here's a bottom, 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 and then it's migrating. So this one potentially could be heading to the upside for a buy opportunity. Off of the Euro Swiss. So that's a potential buy opportunity there. The CAD is now sitting right here. Will it stop? Because again, the dollar has been dropping like a rock. So this looks like a potential head and shoulders from the 1 hour time. I'm sorry, from the 30-minute time frame and the 1 hour. You can see the left shoulder right here. I'll mark that so you can see it. So it may consolidate and go across right here somehow. And now to create your right shoulder, your left, and then your right shoulder, and this will be the head, okay? So that's what I'm potentially looking at. And you can see it closer up on the 30. Here's the left shoulder, here's the head, shoulder, and then it could chop around and create the right shoulder, and then it goes upwards for a buy. So that would be a potential buy. So maybe the dollar is at its rock bottom. All right, gold is still in an uptrend, and that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So happy New Year's to you, and I'll see you on the other side.